Today, we will start with another topic, that is types of demand. Before we start with the types, let us first have a recap of what demand is. Now, demand is desire with the ability to purchase along with the willingness to buy a commodity. That's called as demand. So, demand means the quantities of a commodity which consumers are willing and able to purchase at various possible prices during a particular period of time. So, this is demand. Now, we come to types of demand. Now, types of demand can be classified on the basis of the number of consumers, the nature of the product, or the interdependence of demand. How are the goods related to each other? So there are different factors on which the demands can be categorized. Now we'll take up the first type of demand, that is individual demand and market demand. Now the demand by an individual consumer in the market is called as the individual demand. We can see from here, individual demand, it refers to the quantities of a commodity that a consumer is willing to purchase at various prices during a given period of time. And market demand refers to total quantities of a commodity that all the households are willing to buy at various prices during a given period of time. Now you can see I have highlighted these words. Individual consumer, that means one consumer. This is also referred to as a household in economics. And market demand means that all the households which are present in the market, the demand of all the households together is called as the market demand. Now let us understand this with the help of an example. Now see, you can see here, there's a person A. He demands different quantities at different prices. When the price is rupees 10, he demands 5 units of a commodity. When the price is rupees 15, he demands 4 units. When the price is 20, he demands 3 units. This is individual demand of A. Now, B's individual demand at rupees 10 is 4, at 15 it is 3, and at rupees 20 it is 2. So this is here A and B, they represent individual demands in the market. Now, when we talk about the market demand, so to find out the market demand, we have to take into consideration the quantities demanded by all the households in the market or in the economy. That means we will take the demand of A and B together at different prices. Now, you can see from here at 10, A is demanding 5 and B is demanding 4 units. So the market demand becomes at rupees 10, 9 units. So when the price is rupees 10, the market demand would be 9 units. At 15, it becomes 4 plus 3, 7. And at rupees 20, it becomes 3 plus 2, 5. So this is how you get market demand from the individual demand. There's another category of demand which is called as ex ante demand, and the other is ex post demand. Now, ex ante, anticipated demand. Anticipation means which you are willing or you want or you desire to buy. So ex ante demand refers to the quantity of goods that the consumers are willing to or want to buy during a particular period of time. On the other hand, ex post demand, it is the amount of goods that the consumers actually purchase during a particular period. See, ex ante is willingness. You can see the highlighted words. And ex post means what they have actually bought, actually purchased. Now we can understand this with the help of an example. Suppose a consumer wants to buy 5 kg of oranges, but when he reaches the market, only 2 kg is available. So he ends up buying 2 kg, which is less than what he had planned. So what is ex ante demand here? Ex ante demand is 5 kg, what he had planned to buy. And what does he actually buy? He actually buys 2 kg. So 2 kg is the exposed demand and 5 kg is the ex ante demand. Now, next we come to joint demand. Now, demand for 2 or more goods which are used jointly or demanded together is called as joint demand. Now, such goods usually satisfy one want. Now, for example, you want to write. So, for writing, you need a pen, and to let the pen work, you need the ink. So, pen and ink are demanded together. So, this is example of joint demand. Car and petrol, joint demand. Mobile, charger, and SIM. You need all these three for the mobile to work. So, this is an example of joint demand. And all these goods, they satisfy one want. So, joint demand refers when 2 or more goods are used or demanded together. That is called as the joint demand. Now, next is derived demand. Now, demand for a commodity that arises because of the demand for some other commodity. Those goods which are demanded in order to satisfy some other want. Now, to understand derived demand, you must also understand direct demand. Now, you are a consumer, you feel very thirsty. You go to a shop and you buy a cold drink. You are consuming it. You have taken that cold drink to consume. So, what type of good is cold drink? It is a consumer good. It's a final good because you are consuming it. Now, how is the cold drink prepared? The person who has supplied the cold drink, he must have prepared the cold drink. So, to prepare the cold drink, he must have required certain goods. Now, in order to prepare cold drink, he must have required the sugar syrup, bottle, the cap, the labels to put on the bottle. So, the demand for sugar syrup, bottle, the cap, etc. is a derived demand. Alright? The demand to produce the consumer goods, the demand for the producer's good which is required to produce consumer goods is called as the derived demand. So, what is derived demand? Demand for a commodity that arises because of the demand for some other commodity. Then comes composite demand. Now, demand for goods that have multiple uses is called as composite demand. Now, any commodity which has got several usage, like for example here you have steel. Now, steel can be used in making utensils. It can be used to make coolers, cars, the bodies of the bus, etc. So, the demand for steel is called as the composite demand. You can take another example. Say milk. Milk is used to make tea, coffee, milkshakes, curd, paneer. So, the demand for milk becomes a composite demand. So, these were the 5 types of demand. Kindly go through it in your books, and if any queries, revert. Next video will be on the factors affecting demand. Thank you.